found a little like secret spot here. To be fair, I ran down here a couple of weeks ago when I cried, I think in like my week 3 video. And I've just taken my headphones out. Well, I've just turned them off to take a picture. And it's so peaceful here, it's stunning. But today is just a easy run, 45 minutes. I might creep over because I've sort of not taken my run normal loops, taken a detour. But after this I'm going to yoga. My legs still feel pretty heavy from the 18 miles on Saturday. Almost finished up today's run and I'm just almost on 6 miles. It's meant to be 45 minutes, but the route that I took meant that I've gone over a little. But today's run has featured a podcast because I'm trying to keep these runs easy. Having the podcast really just sort of helps me. So now, not focus on pace, not running too fast. So yeah, it's been quite enjoyable really. And the podcast is called Cleancoachkatie. It's by a local girl actually. I think she lives in Milton Keynes, and it's just putting the spotlight on female business owners. So I can really relate to it. I'm not sure everyone will be able to relate to it, because if you're not female, you don't own business. But yeah, it's helped me put some clarification on things. And just running your own business is hard. It can be stressful, and as well as training for a marathon. So it's been a great help. Tuesday intervals are back once again, and I'm doing them solo and in the daylight. I prefer at the moment running in the day just because the evenings are dark and cold, and quite luckily I can do it in the daytime. So today's plan is I'm liking what I'm doing at the moment. I'm working on sort of like timed based efforts rather than distance, and not to a particular pace, because it gets me back in there gently. So I'm doing, in terms of effort levels, I'm doing 1 minute, 2 minutes, 4 minutes and 6 minutes, with a minute recovery in between each one, and I'm doing that set twice. So coach has told me to try and aim for anywhere between 10k and half marathon pace. So for me, that's around 6:30 to 6:50 pace that the aim is today. And because I'm knowing that I'm just working on minutes, like time based, for some reason I can process that easier in my head rather than thinking, right, I've got to do 1 mile at X pace, half a mile at this pace. So I'm looking forward to the session, but it's just making it feel easier for me to try and achieve it in that way. So I'll film, I'm going to go out and do a warm up, and then I'll let you know halfway through how I'm getting on. Wow, halfway through, I couldn't use my aftershocks today because the battery was dead. That's one thing, I never charge it properly. But halfway through the set, so I've done 1, 2, 4 and 6. I went quicker than what I needed to, but each rep in relation to how short it was the right speed. So I was doing the 1 minute at like 3k pace and so forth. Really happy with the 6 minute rep as well. So I'm just taking the 3 minute recovery that I have, and then I'm going to do it all over again. I felt really in control the first 2 reps, well 3 reps actually, and then by the 6 minute, obviously where I've pushed the pace a bit quicker, I was struggling to hold it a little bit by the end, but it's a nice progression into it, 1, 2, 4 and 6. So yeah, really pleased so far, really, really happy. After having a very good run yesterday, today was not so great. Oh, leg DOMs massively. I can't work out if it's down to, oh, give me up run over, if it's down to the intervals or down to the gym session that I did yesterday. Yeah, not great, not in a great mindset right now, but I've done it. But I have got a sports massage next, which is also needed. Afternoon appointment with the treatment lab. Friday update, here we go. This week so far has gone, it started off really positively. I was on such a high after my coaching course on Sunday, gaining my qualification. I went out for a run on Monday, and then Tuesday was my interval session that went so well. I was so pleased with it and so happy with the times. It was just, it felt unbelievable to be back. It felt like I was back to it. Wednesday I went out and not a great run. Legs were just so heavy and so tired. And then straight after that I went for a sports massage with Rudy back at the treatment lab. He sort of asked me unwillingly, like, do you want some more acupuncture? And I was like, okay. He was like, you're hoping that I was going to say no, wasn't you? And I was like, yes, I was. However, we did that acupuncture, and then my legs didn't feel too great yesterday. However, it was a rest day. We were at the spa, we treated ourselves. And then today is Friday. I've had the option to go out for a run. However, I'm being sensible, and it's really tough to do this, but I'm deciding not to go for a run today, just to make sure that my legs are better for the weekend. So this weekend we have Brownlee 20 coming up. So it's a 20-mile race. I'm not racing it, I'm just running it. It's gonna be a training run. I'm gonna take it at around, I'm hoping to get around 30 to 40 seconds per mile slower than sort of my target marathon pace, and then see if I can do anything in the last 5. It's a 2-lap course, 10 miles per lap. That makes sense, 20 divided by 2. However, on the lap, there's hills at mile 6 and mile 8. So that does mean that after 15 miles on the second lap, I'm gonna be hitting some quite hilly bits. So it's gonna be a bit of a test to see if I can then go quicker. But if I can hit 30 to 40 seconds slower than marathon pace this early out, I'll be really happy. What I'm finding really hard to adjust to at the minute is that I am training for the London Marathon, but I've got 2 half marathons booked up in March, and I've just not done any focused work towards those halves. So I know that fundamentally the long runs are like the big pieces to the puzzle for the marathon training and speed work. However, I know that as much as I dread them, the tempo runs benefit my half marathons, and because I've not been able to do the tempo runs, I think that my half marathon times are going to struggle next month. And I'm really finding it hard to put into context that although I know my end goal is the London Marathon, I'm just struggling with trying to think that I'm not going to be fit enough for these half marathons as what I want to be, for example. I know that I'll get around them in quite a decent time, hopefully, with my current level of fitness. However, I won't be at the stage that I want to be by the time that those races come. So that's why today I'm itching to get out, because I wanted to do a tempo run this week, but I've not had the opportunity to. But I just know that resting is going to be so much better for Sunday. So yeah, trying to get this through today is just not easy, but it's fine. I think she says
the most scenic in the United Kingdom.
Oh yeah. Charlie, can I get on? Thank you.
Can we have a massive round of applause for all our volunteers today? Thank you very much, guys.
Get James's sweaty back. So at Bramley 20, how you doing, James? Good, good. Training run, let's do this. Literally it's like 10:28. We've only just got out of the queue. Not a bad thing then. No nerves, we're just gonna go run. Race update. We are. Sorry, I'm just filming. I'm talking to the camera. No, I have to pluck up the courage to do this, otherwise I don't. So we're a quarter way into lap 1. I'm going far too fast. Feels easy though, but that's the thing about running in a race. You've got the 10-mile people running as well. and they're just obviously going fast and getting carried away. So this is documenting it, telling you that I'm going too fast, and we'll see if that has an effect when we hit the teens later on. So 6 miles in now. This is Mike. Since the last update, because he caught me filming myself talking, we've been chatting ever since. Jane from Brighton. It's all going well. So we've got a hill coming up. Going to try and ease off slightly.
Name 224 Louise Henry, welcome Louise.
Back again. Right, we're 11 miles in now. Still feeling quite sounding sprightly anyway, but I can feel that I've probably gone a bit too fast in that first lap. I did it just under 125, I think, 1 hour 25, which is just under 8:30 pace. So I did slow it down in the second half of the course. That is because also it's a bit up and down in the second half. So I'm just going to try and hover where I am, get through that tough bit in the second half of the course, and then see for the last few miles if I can kick on. But 11 done, 9 to go. It's a beautiful day. 18 miles in now, trying to push through to marathon pace for the last few. Oh, feeling tough. We're getting there. Thank you. So I'm with my buddy here. Say hi to the camera, Harry. So we're at home now and sort of rested after the race. So just a quick recap. Despite feeling like I was going too fast at the start of the second lap, start of the second lap, I was starting to worry that I would tire, and then also I was quite aware that once mile 15 hit, I was going to try and push the pace up to about 8-minute miles. And running is just oh, thanks Harry, he's literally just licking his leg. Running is such a mental, like, it's not mental, but the mental blocks that you sometimes have are just strange, because although I didn't think I could do that, as soon as I sort of found a rhythm, the first few miles were around 8s, and that part of the course was quite windy and also quite hilly. However, as soon as I hit mile 18, I was like 2 miles to go, and the longest run I've done recently has been 18 miles, but for some reason I was able just to push through. I was passing quite a lot of people at the time because obviously the race strategy that I had just allowed me to, I was obviously going quicker, so that was quite good, a quite good feeling, and just helped me get through. So I'm really happy with how today's race went, and averaged out at 8:13 minute miles overall, so that's really, really, really good. And obviously it goes to show that having that extra rest day on Friday really did help me out. I am feeling quite tight today after obviously the run, so I'm going to make sure that I do some stretching later, and then definitely yoga tomorrow. But a very good end to week 6, and I will join you all in week 7.